Good evening, folks, and welcome to the 6 o'clock news on SBYnews.com. What a day this has been today. Man, I got to tell you, there are days when you just sit back and go, what the heck do you do this for? I mean, you know, there's so many hours, 16 to 18 hours a day, that I personally put into this website. We try and provide news and information, which is opinionated, mind you, of what we see going on in our community. And one of the things you can say, or I will say about me, is I've spent many years going to council meetings, going to different political events, doing all kinds of things around the Salisbury, Wicomico, Eastern Shore area, that I have the right to make certain opinionated statements about all kinds of things here on the Eastern Shore. Now, there are some that can easily sit back that do nothing and like to criticize what I say. Yesterday we put up a post about Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Doesn't say Five Guys Burgers, Fries, and hot dogs either. Bottom line is, it sucked. The experience stunk. Nice place, don't get me wrong. It was clean, brand new. What do you expect? It was not the same as the one that I went to in Annapolis. Aesthetically it was, but the burger patties, what many of you naysayers missed, was the burger patties were nowhere near as thick as they were in Annapolis, in the store I went to in Annapolis. Can you get that in your head? That's part of the criticism. They weren't as thick, so you got a much thinner burger. I'm telling you now, folks, what I experienced, some of you came on here, of course it's all anonymous, so it could be one person making all the statements, trying to say that they couldn't even finish their burger. Well, you must be awfully tiny, because I'm telling you now, their large burger was not a whole lot larger than a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, for crying out loud. And I'm not messing around, I'm not kidding. Of course, the beef was better, but it wasn't much bigger than a double cheeseburger that you can get on a dollar menu for $1. And believe me, McDonald's is the last place I'll ever sit down and eat, because I can't stand the place. But there's a prime example, and I'm not saying that I haven't been there and haven't eaten a double cheeseburger, because I have. There's a comparison. But I put out what my opinion was from my experience, and I had even one person on there come back and say that I was a liar. Man, you know what? I welcome those who believe that I'm a liar to please stop coming to Salisbury News. Why are you people so obsessed with me that you would come back time and time again just to criticize what I have to say? Just like Jonathan Taylor, he'll be back. He'll be back to blogging. He's trying to manage his infatuation with me right now. I'm sure his wife is telling him, what's wrong with you that you got to turn around and go to this Joe Albero site every single day? You got a problem. And I'm sure he's realizing he's got a problem. But he won't be able to manage it for very long. He'll be back to doing what he's doing because he's obsessed. He's got the man love for Joe Albero. Anyway, my experience with Five Guys Burgers and Fries was horrible. Never again will I go sit there and eat and come home and sit on a toilet for the rest of the night. It was bad. I just didn't like it, didn't like the experience. I didn't like the fact that they didn't have something that my wife could enjoy there, like a chicken filet sandwich or anything neutral would have been nice. But to slap vegetables on a bun and put a piece of cheese on it and warm it up and call it a veggie sandwich or whatever the heck you want to call it, it's crap. Total crap. We won't be back. That's all there is to that. T-shirts. We got new T-shirts coming in. Going to be a great surprise to everybody. You're going to love what we've done. I can't wait. They're actually supposed to be in, I'm told, by the end of this week. I'll just say beginning of next week. This way I'm playing it safe. But I think everybody's going to enjoy that. Lee Jones, a student, unfortunately in an accident yesterday, almost severed her arm. Our thoughts and prayers go out to you and your family. What a shame. I've been there, done that, folks. 1979, horrible accident I was in, and I know what it's like to recover from such a horrific accident and injuries and pain. If there's anything we can do for you and the family, please contact me. We'd be more than happy to step in where we can. again, it comes from experience, I understand, and it's a long, hard road back. Just keep the Lily in your thoughts and prayers, and hopefully we hear from the family and we'll step up to the plate. I want to talk very briefly about Joe Ollinger, and this is going to be a different twist, folks, because the guy is pissing me off, to be quite frankly. I don't know what's wrong with my words today, to be quite frank with you. The bottom line is this. I do not like Joe Ollinger. I'm not saying he's a bad guy. As a candidate for county executive, he's a joke. That's all I have to say about that. The other side of it is, he and his minions are trying to use Salisbury News and every single opportunity they can to throw free plugs out for Joe Ollinger. Notice, folks, that those comments don't go up, and there are a lot of them. Not going to happen. Joe Ollinger, if you want to start your own website, go for it. You want to bring in tens of thousands of people a day to see your website? Work on it, pal. But don't you dare think that you're going to step on my toes and come into Salisbury News and get a free ride through comments. Ain't going to happen. You've been cut off. Or haven't you noticed? I want to close with this, folks. Gas prices. We put up a post today showing gas 1 year ago was $2.45 a gallon. Today, $2.65, $2.70 range. Okay? So we're dealing 25 cents a gallon at least difference between a year ago and this year. Yet, what I'm trying to push about the mainstream media, and some of you just aren't getting, is when I said that there's an average 20 cents per gallon less, the mainstream media is trying to get everybody to believe that gas prices are actually lower. No. And what they were talking about 20 cents less per gallon was because it was up 20 cents a gallon almost nationwide from what it is now, not from what it is a year ago. And that's what people aren't understanding in reference to that post. So really, it's down 40 cents, 45 cents a gallon? No, it's not. If they brought it down to $2.45 a gallon, we'd be equal to what we were last year. You want to do us a favor? Bring it down to $2.25 a gallon, and we'll be 20 cents less per gallon than we were a year ago. So anyway, I just don't know how these mainstream media people don't look back into the history and see that what the government is providing material-wise about what's going on is just a joke, but Americans believe it, so they buy their gas, they stop complaining. That's not what we're all about with the blogs. We're trying to make a difference. Folks, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your support. We will see you again on Friday. The overcast is outside. Don't know if it's going to rain or not. Not as nice a day as it was the last 2 days, but hopefully coming towards the weekend, things start getting a little warmer and a little sunnier, and we can enjoy the weekend. So folks, thanks again, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care now. Good night.